Measure business impact. It's really important to establish KPIs so you can begin to track the growth of your marketplace and the success of your marketplace over time. You can think about all sorts of different key performance indicators, and these are just some examples of some that might be of help. So we'll talk about a few of these and then talk about establishing goals in these areas. For example, it might be important to you that you know that the data is readily available. So if you're seeing that a lot of data requests are coming in, and in fact, even staying in the incomplete state, that's indicating you have a lack of availability of data. You probably need to get more data products onto your marketplace as soon as you can so that people aren't put off because they can't find what they need. Efficiency as well. People are going to be put off if they're waiting a long time for data. Look at the average time for approvals and average time for delivery. Also, what percentage of your owners are actually meeting their targets and becoming star owners? If you can improve efficiency, again, you guide people back to the marketplace because they've had a good experience, better than they would have had elsewhere. You also want to think about your success rate. So how many of these orders that come in are actually being fulfilled? How many are becoming consumer accesses? Is that number going up over time? How many requests for new data are completed and something new is published to a marketplace as a result? These are all good indicators of success. There's also basic marketplace activity. How many people are coming in to the marketplace at all, ordering data, and are the numbers of data products generally going up over time? Because that would be expected. You can also look outside of the marketplace and see if alternative access routes to data are going down. If traditionally people came to ServiceNow, Jira, or via a catalog raising tickets, or if you know of a data ops inbox that's monitored and has a lot of data requests coming in, you should see these going down over time. If not, you need to think about getting maybe a bit stricter about rerouting these people to the marketplace. Finally, popularity. It's worth thinking about where your kind of 80% is coming from. If you have a really popular data product, or even a number of data products that potentially reuse a very popular data asset, it's worth investing time in those. Make sure the metadata is really good. Make sure the quality of the underlying asset is really good. That's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. So maybe try and establish some goals around these KPIs. For example, you might say that you want, when a new data request is raised, you want 75% of them to be resolved within a month. Doesn't mean they're all going to be met. Some of them will be rejected. Sometimes data requests are not actionable, but at least you're having that back and forth with your consumers and they're understanding why their request was not actionable at that time. You might want a slightly higher goal for orders because new data requests take a little bit longer, but maybe you're saying 85% of orders should be fulfilled in 2 weeks or less. And again, if it's not something that you can fulfill, you want to be rerouting those people to a different data product, which can give them what they need if you can't approve their order on the thing they ask for. You want things to be growing as well. 15% month-on-month growth in consumer access could be an example. 10% month-on-month growth in available data products. You would expect the content in the marketplace and the amount of accesses to that content to be increasing over time. If you do have the capability of tracking legacy ways of getting data, hopefully that's reducing quite rapidly. Maybe you have a goal for the end of the year that actually of the requests you know about, the formal ones that are raised elsewhere, 90% of them are going through the marketplace, not those other access routes. Finally, if you focus in on those popular assets, maybe you give yourself a high data quality score, making sure that you've got great quality on your top 10 most popular assets.